Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Good evening, everyone. Want to thank you for your flexibility and patience, but the moment we all have come for is here, and I know we're excited. I am Lester Davis, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony, Friends School Class of 2025. I know you guys already know this, but these are some amazing young people. I had a chance to see a number of them progress before us over the years, and so we're very excited. In the tradition of Quaker faith, we're going to take a moment of silence before we kick things off. Thank you. Please enjoy.
We practiced that. Good evening, friends. I'm Christian Donovan, and I have the pleasure of serving as head of school here at Friends. I think it is nice to have the graduation outside, of course, I feel like it's fitting that we're in this space. This is the 100th year and the 100th Friends School graduation at this location. The school is over 240 years old, but this is the 100th year here. So, of course, fitting that we're in such a special space for our community. Before I introduce today's speaker, I'd like to do 3 things. First, I'm going to add my own congratulations to the class of 2025. We are so proud of you and feel honored to have been part of your journey. Another round of applause. Second, I'd like to say a few thank yous. As you might imagine, putting together an end-of-year senior events and a graduation ceremony is a team effort. So I'd like to recognize a few folks from the Friends School staff. I'm going to say all of their names, and why don't we hold for applause until I say the last folks. So we have Sophia Springer, Ashley Principe, also the parent of a graduate, and our fabulous development team, Carl Grant, Youssef Rashid, Natalie Ford, Sal Mendoza, Gerard Porter, Ernest Peaks, and Chantel Davis, our fantastic facilities team, Harold Williams, and our campus safety team. You probably encountered them, a lot of them in the parking lot. Sean Johnson Jr., Gary Harmon, and the rest of our AV staff. And then, of course, Claire Kelly, Travis Henshin, Catherine McMaster, Jess Monterstelli, Josh Carlin, and the rest of the graduation committee. I'm sure I'm missing a few others, but as you can see, it takes a lot to put together an event like this. So a big round of applause for those folks. The third thing I'd like to do, and this is directed at you all, class of 2025, today is a celebration of you, but it is also about all of those people who supported you to get here, those whose shoulders you stand on. I'd like you to take a moment to appreciate them. Think of the parents, caretakers, and friends who cheered you on, stayed up late with you, and believed in you even when you struggled to believe in yourself. And think of the teachers who challenged you, inspired you, and walked beside you every step of the way. They helped shape the person you are becoming, not just with their teaching, but in character, resilience, and purpose. Today is your achievement, but it is also a reflection of their love, patience, and dedication. Let's honor them with some gratitude. And now it is my honor to welcome tonight's commencement keynote speaker, the Honorable George Russell III, class of 1984. Judge Russell currently serves as Chief District Judge of the United States District Court for the District of Maryland. His career is one of distinction and wide-ranging impact. Appointed to the Circuit Court of Baltimore in 2007, he was elected to a 15-year term in 2008. Then, in 2011, President Barack Obama nominated Judge Russell to be a judge on the United States District Court for the District of Maryland. On May 1st, 2024, serving in his current role, he became the first African-American chief judge of the federal court in its 235-year history. Judge Russell is a graduate of Morehouse College and the University of Maryland Law School. He has been and continues to be involved in community service organizations, including being a trustee for the Historical Society of the United States District Court for the District of Maryland since 2007. An important archive which houses significant Maryland case papers, court justice portraits, and legal documents dating back to 1970. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Honorable George Russell III as our commencement.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Head of School Donovan. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. All right, we're going to do a little bit of interaction here, so let's get this thing rolling because I know everyone is so happy and pleased. I want to first say good evening to family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, and most especially, the graduating class of 2025. Here we go. Now, I'm going to be selfish here and give a little bit of a shout out to Sam Balter. I've known Sam Balter's parents, Kathy Frey and Joe, for about 20 years or so, and I know that they are so pleased and proud of you. Also, I'm going to give a special shout out to Will Mitchell. Now, I met Will earlier before we started speaking, before I came out here today, and Will will be going to Morehouse College, my alma mater. And I told Will when he graduates, one thing about a Morehouse man, you can always tell a Morehouse man, but you can't tell him much. And on top of that, I said, did he have a pen? He said, no, I didn't have a pen. Well, a Morehouse man upon graduation always carries a pen. You got that pen with you? There we go. Now, it's such an incredible honor to be here today with you tonight. I want to thank the Board of Trustees and whoever it was that thought of me as a person to be the commencement speaker. And it seems just like yesterday, but it was 41 years ago that I was in your place at this time. And so I'm honored not just to be as a guest, but as someone who's once sat where you are. I walked the same hallways, sat in the same classrooms, wore the same colors with pride. You see I'm rocking my scarlet and gray right now. And like some of you, I didn't graduate cum laude or magna cum laude or summa cum laude. I graduated thank you laude. But you know what? For all you thank you laudes out there, don't fret. Don't fret. Because who knows, 41 years from now, you might be the chief judge of a district court. You might be a president or CEO. So don't worry about it. What I learned here and what I carry with me still is that friends leaves a mark, and it leaves a good one, the kind you carry with you for life. In fact, present in the audience today and this evening right here are people I met over 50 years ago. And there's some people that are looking at this online who have been my friends for 50 plus years. And they're still my closest friends today. I just got together with them for dinner. And it's Steve Schulhoff. Steve, why don't you raise your hand? And Lisa Kashima. I've known them since I was basically 5 years old. And we traveled a long way together. And I know 50 years sounds like a really long time, because it is. But it also speaks to the, okay, yeah. But it speaks to the kind of place this is. This school didn't just prepare us academically. It gave us something even more powerful. It gave us a foundation of connection, of character, of community. We built friendships in the lunchroom, on the playing fields, in the classrooms, at weekend events, in those awkward middle school dances, and late night phone calls. And somehow, those friendships stuck. We've celebrated together, we've grieved together, we've stood by each other for weddings, for funerals, for new jobs, new babies, and endless in between. Friends didn't give us classmates, it gave us our people. It's because of the relationships that I developed at Friends School that I'm honored to have my family here. My wife, Debbie, my son, George, my daughter, Madison. So to the class of 2025, I say this: friendships you formed here, don't take them for granted. Nurture them. Hold on to them, because if you're lucky and if you make the effort, they just might be walking beside you for the next 50 years too. I love it. Keep it coming. Yes, you're the ones walking across the stage, but let's be real. As Mr. Donovan said, you didn't walk this path alone. To the parents, the grandparents, the guardians, the siblings and families who stood behind every graduate, thank you for the rides, for the meals, for the pep talks and the check-ins, for the sacrifices and the patience, because I know some of y'all tested your parents' patience. And the love that made this journey possible. Graduates, I want you to stand up and I want you to applaud all the people that are here for you today. Go on, do it. All right, you can sit down now. Graduates, tonight is your moment. But after the hugs have concluded, the backs have been slapped, and the photos are taken, take a moment. Look the people you got you here in the eye and say thank you. Not in a quick text, not you're the best mother to me and my brother, not with a thumbs up emoji. Say it with your voice. Say it with your heart, with your presence. Because gratitude is a habit, one that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Now, let's look ahead. We all know you're stepping into a world that is faster, louder, and more connected, and yes, more complicated than ever before. But that also means this: the world is filled with more possibility, more potential, and more need for leadership, for clarity, and above all, decency. Decency. As you move forward, whether it's to college, a new job, a gap year, or something you haven't quite figured out yet, you will carry something powerful with you: the ability to engage in civil discourse. Now, I know that's not necessarily a trendy phrase nowadays, but it is more essential and more radical than ever. In times when conversations are reduced to character counts, when opinions are filtered through algorithms, and when disagreement too often turns into disrespect, being able to communicate with integrity, with curiosity, and with empathy is a rare and vital skill. Civil discourse isn't just about being passive or weak. It's about being principled. It's about avoiding conflict. It's about engaging with respect. It means listening even when it's hard. It means asking questions, not just scoring points. And it means believing that disagreement doesn't have to mean division. Look at Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Antonin Scalia, both of whom I met and spoke with on many occasions. Ideological opposites, yet lifelong friends. Why? Because they believed in the value of dialogue. Because they knew that ideas could be debated without degrading the person behind them. Dr. Martin Luther King said, "We must learn to live like brothers or perish like fools." That was true in 1964, and it's still true today. Real change doesn't come through shouting. It comes through presence, through courage, through persistence, and yes, through kindness. It's okay to be kind. President Obama once said the strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression, it's more speech. The voices of tolerance that rally against bigotry and hate. Graduates, Those voices can and must be yours. Years ahead, you will have the chance to reinvent yourself. Or maybe you'll choose to affirm the values that brought you this far. Or possibly something in between. I did. Both paths are valid. Both paths are brave. You are not confined to your past, by it. You may find new passions. You may challenge old ideas. You may surprise even yourself. And that is what growth looks like. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. It only happens if you engage. And no, I don't mean engage through a screen. I mean engage with the real world, face to face, in real time, with real people. That's what I do every day in federal court, with lawyers, with juries, with staff. You talk to people, you look them in the eye, and you speak your mind with clarity. You challenge opinions respectfully. You're respectful to the court, and you engage in humble conversation. Put down the phone. Step away from the scroll, the curated feeds. Not for long, but for a little while. The echo chambers, the easy likes and emoji applause. None of that can replace real conversation. Ask someone what they believe and then really listen to their answer. My good friend Steve here, who I've known for a number of years, told me something when I was in my 20s. He said, when you're getting acquainted with somebody for the first time, if you leave that conversation and you know more about them than they know about you, then you have engaged. You've listened. You can tell that tale. Because it's only when we sit with people who don't look like us, who vote like us, think like us, or live like us, that we begin to understand the fullness of the world we're in. That's what builds a just society. That is exactly what democracy needs, now more than ever. Now, in that society, your job isn't just to succeed, it's to actually contribute. They didn't pay all that money for you to go here for you to contribute. Your GPA will matter, but your character will matter more. Your resume will open doors, but your kindness will open hearts. You now carry an obligation, not just to move forward, but to lift others as you go. To lead with humility, to speak with integrity, and to live with compassion. You're graduating in a time of profound challenge, but also profound possibility. The world needs people who are brave enough to ask hard questions, and even braver to really listen to the answers. People who know that strength is not measured by volume, it's measured by depth. So let me leave you with this. 50 years from now, you won't remember every test or every grade, but you'll remember how this place made you feel. You'll remember the people who made you feel seen, the friends who stood beside you, and if you're lucky, you'll still be sitting next to some of them, decades from now, still rooted in something you began here. Class of 2025, congratulations. I'm going to ask that you all get together for this refrain of I will. Members of the audience, if you believe in what I'm about to say, you're going to say I will as well. And I want it to be heard from Washington, D.C. to L.A. tonight. So let's blow the roof off of it. Go forward with purpose. I will. With kindness. I will. With courage. And with an understanding that your words, your actions can shape not only your future, but all of ours. I will. Thank you.
First, I want to say thank you for everybody here, for all the support you've given our class. We truly appreciate it. I've spent the last year thinking of one story to tell today that would encapsulate my time at Friends, and I couldn't think of one. That's because not one story can summarize my experience at this school. Honestly, words can barely describe the way I feel towards the school and community. This place is truly one of a kind, and I'm so grateful for the 11 and a half years I've spent here. One of my favorite stories about Friends occurred in the car ride home after my shadow day in first grade. When I got in the car, I told my mom, I know why they call it Friends, because I made so many friends here. However, the uniqueness of the school extends far beyond the nicest people I've ever met. It's a community of people who challenge and push each other past their limits. I wouldn't be up here giving a speech if my teachers and peers hadn't encouraged me to run for class president, facing my fear of public speaking head on. It's also a community of passionate teachers who truly want to see their students succeed. And most importantly, it's a community of friends who all care for one another and work together in our collective best interest. Most of my favorite memories have come from this school. From staying up late with my bunkmates at Echo Hill in 5th grade, to buying fake Rolexes in Kyrgyzstan, to group work in Mr. Schlanger's class. This school has opened so many doors for me and given me opportunities I could never dream of. These last few weeks have been some of the best weeks of my life. From having our last meeting for worship to practicing our last collection, these seemingly mundane moments have become some of my most meaningful and memorable experiences at this school. For the last 12 years, I've dreamt of the day I would finally leave Baltimore. But standing here today, it's hard to say I'm excited to leave. What grounds me is the fact that no matter where I go, however far I stray, I will always have the foundation that Friends helped me build. I will always have my friends' friends and my friends' family. This school helped sculpt me into the person I am today, and gave me the tools I need to succeed outside of this campus, and for that, I'm forever in debt to the Friends School. Even though it's hard to say goodbye, I know the time has come for me to leave, and I'm ready to carry the skills I've learned at 5114 North Charles into the next chapter of my life. So to my teachers, thank you for helping me grow and succeed. You guys have done so much to make me a better student and person. Your care and thoughtfulness are appreciated more than you know, and Friends would not be the same without you. To my family, thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend such an incredible school and supporting me throughout the whole journey. And to my classmates, you guys are the best friends I could have asked for. I'm not sure if I've seen any other group as tight-knit and close as we are with each other, from decorating our hallways to perfection, to planning and executing a fake wedding on the last day of school. Thank you for being my second family for the last 11 and a half years. I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited to see what incredible things you do. Earlier, I said that one story couldn't describe my time at Friends, and maybe that's the point. It was never about one story, it was about all of them, the big ones and the small ones. It was about Super Bowls, Waffle Paloozas, COVID FaceTimes, our house dinners, swimming at the Ritz, lower school kickball games, free L blocks in freshman hall, and late night Xbox parties. Together, these memories have captured something far greater than any single moment ever could. I hope that we all remember our Friends days, our shared stories. Most importantly, remember the people we truly are. Because when we leave this place, not everybody's going to be as kind, and not everybody's going to be as helpful. But if we carry the core values that Friends instilled in us and go out into the world and be our authentic selves, I know that we will have no trouble building new communities wherever we go. So stay curious, stay honest, turn every challenge into opportunity, and always remember, a pinch of kindness goes a long way. Congratulations, class of 2025.
1,376 days, 10 hours, 8 minutes, and 25 seconds ago, our high school journeys began. Some of us showed up with excitement, others with nerves, and some of us just wanting to get through the day. But no matter what, we fastened our seatbelts for the ride ahead. I still remember the email Mr. McManus sent us the night before our first day. Hi, friends. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat tables are in an upright position. We are cleared for takeoff on our journey through the 2021-22 school year. And man, what a journey it has been. These past 4 years have had many hills and valleys, moments where we sprinted with confidence and others where we were gasping for air between the stress of life and our assignments. For me, I treated school like I would each cross-country course, just looking forward to the next checkpoint. I'd tell myself, I just have to make it through the weekend, even if there were still 100 or so weekends left to go. And somehow, here we are. Here we all are. We've all made it to the finish line. But we did not make it here alone. We were shaped by each other, and we were shaped by the people surrounding us in this crowd. Each and every one of the people here has supported us and has been there for us. Today, I'm reminded of many stories that I share with you guys. This marks the end of my school career with Sachin, my day one, who I've gone to school with since kindergarten with Miss Lombardi, growing up side by side through every awkward year, every class photo, and every lunch table. It's hard to put into words, it's impossible to put into words what it means to have someone who's been there since the very beginning. And sometimes all I can do is pause and think to myself, wait, he's goated. High school brought new people into my life too. I remember on the first day, Maya Williams walked up to me and was like, Khalil, I am loving the new hair. And I thought to myself, who in the world is Khalil? But then, soon after, I met the guy, and I gained the honorary twin brother that I never knew I needed. I remember meeting my advisory, being disappointed that none of my friends were in there, only to look forward to every single day 5 with them, and our end-of-the-year ice cream parties. Spending time in Spain with Maya, Victoria, Sora, and Life made me appreciate our friendship even more. Our walks home and our trips to the cafe were highlights, little moments that I'll forever appreciate. Other memories flood into. Khadijah's Sweet 16 and that weird chapel with the cellar and the showers that, never mind, forget that. And then Jason's going away party, Sky Zone last year, and our first convocation on the turf instead of in the gym where Noah was freezing his hands off trying to play guitar. I think of Jupiter's, the ice cream shop where I'd bring friends or just go to catch up with Ella and Lily. I always felt comfort walking in, seeing them behind the counter, and gossiping or just talking about life. But Friends has given me more than just social connections. I've been given the opportunity to grow into the person I am now. Mr. Z and Ms. Hall showed me how to channel my creativity into music and photography, 2 of my defining traits at this point. I think you guys would agree. And Mr. Schlenger somehow made math fun with his dry humor and his warmth. But I digress. The highlight of today isn't about the stories that I carry, or the faculty, or even really the school itself. It's about us, the class of 2025. During a class meeting, when trying to decide on our senior gift, we asked everyone, what defines our class? And we agreed, unity. We're more than a class. We are a family. A little messy, occasionally distant, and definitely a little chaotic, but always together. Some of us have been here since the beginning. Others were adopted in freshman, sophomore, junior year, whatever, but we all found a way to fit into the group. We might have that one cousin who, gets on our nerves or who we rant about, but when it matters, we show up for each other. From concerts to sports to trivia to performances, and even here today, when we tried to get the ceremony back outside, we've cheered each other on and supported each other. And that's what makes us special. Now I'm going to do some shout-outs, just like Connor did. To my family, especially my mom and dad, thank you for always being here for me. To my teachers, thank you for believing in who we are and who we will become. To my friends, thank you for the laughter, the football games, karaoke, late-night video games, our little jam sessions, and the sacred moments that turn into memories that I'll carry for life. Finally, to my classmates, thank you all for growing up with me. We're going to do amazing things. In 2021, we were ready for takeoff. And now, class of 2025, we are cleared for landing. Sorry, one more thing. Can you please join us for a period of reflective silence?
Christian, it is my pleasure to present the members of the graduating class. Each has fulfilled the requirements of the faculty and is eligible to receive the Friends School Diploma. Maya Amber Williams. Khadija Amina Allen. Scarlett Drew Davis. Maxwell Kenneth Kleinfelter. Rosa Lynn Mangles. Erica Valeria Alamo. Tatiana Marie Day. Elena Althea Pierce. Adina Phoebe Newman Toker. Isabella Victoria Wilkes. Ella Marie Palmer. Victoria Spring Cho. Clay Axt. Kohena Kamini Basu. Alana Marie Finn. Isabel Yuki Ruli. Chloe Nicole Lyons. Mai Lon Bolster. Ariel Elizabeth Marie Carpenter. Maya Kiara Pierce. Annabelle Evangeline Bozeman. Ashley Lorraine Johnson. Khalil Kareem Lovett. Tessa Amanda Calabresi. Caleb Aaron Younger. Todd Christopher Abel. Anna Marie Eleni Boyer. Kadar Zachariah Alukta. Sachin Rao. Eva Taylor Kane. Sophia Ader Kranov. Solomon Lee Tompkins. Layla Aria Lunn. George Samuel Principe. Natalie Claire Tompkins. Ella Marie West. Louise Haven Mickle. Alexandra Catherine Deneen. Samuel Gideon Balter. William B. Mitchell II. Ella Sophia Weiss Wilkerson. Caroline Savin Toll. Noah Aiden Watkins Johansson. Braden Christopher Daniels. Benjamin Craig Buntley. Connor Charles House. Yipeng Liu. Noah Joseph Levy. Vanya Andreevna Gurachevsky. Leah Bubshait. Luisa Helen Sanchez. Lily Rain Bumgardner. Devin Patrick Lee. Matthew Benjamin Harrison. Ethan James Lunn. Elizabeth Woodruff Roberts. Asuman Koamalu Buck Smith. Henry Alden Turner. Noah William Pangaribuan. Asa Sachs Arnott. Quentin Nathaniel Scott II. Ulysses Donato Brockman. Ronan Healy. Thomas Reynolds Wicker. Ramsey Decatur Kissack. Life Jasani Eisenhart. Paul Henry Meenan. Leah Marie Bagliani. Ryan Jayla Ann Taylor. Isabel Jane Clark. Mason Andrew Cost. Ijaz Murad Ibrahim. Adam Joshua Nicholson. Graduates, with these diplomas now awarded, you are going out into the world to join the thousands of alumni of Friends School who have gone before you. You are now part of an important legacy. Remember to carry that legacy forward and to steward those who will one day follow in your footsteps. Our heartfelt congratulations to you, the Friends School class of 2025.
Of course, thank you to the teachers, staff, parents, and support systems who have made these 4 years everything that they were. And thank you, and a huge congratulations to this incredible class of 2025. We did it! In sophomore year, I had the privilege of being a part of a promotional video that was plastered everywhere. It was titled, "There's Just Something About a Friend's Kid." I had the pleasure of delivering that punchy final line. I will go out into the world as a Friends graduate, but I'll always be a Friends kid. I had the cutest little shrug when I said it too, and yes, I was mocked relentlessly. But while writing the speech, I found myself coming back to that moment and thinking more deeply about what it truly means to be a Friends kid. Every morning, as I step into senior hall, I'm immediately met with the familiar electric energy, the kind that only this class could generate. It's in the laughter echoing from the couch pit, the debate at the table, and the spontaneous chaos that somehow always feels like home. There's no greater joy than hearing the latest nickname that Devin has invented for someone, or getting caught in one of Ijaz's wild hypothetical scenarios that spiral into debates that no one ever wins, but no one ever wants to end. This isn't just a group of classmates. It's a community that has shaped me in ways I have never expected. It's where I found the courage to try things that once felt far beyond my comfort zone, like trying out for the lacrosse team, even though, to be completely honest, I still don't know the rules. But I showed up because I was inspired by the boldness, the confidence, and the support that surrounded me every day. To witness the growth of each person on the stage, the way we've all found our voices, our passions, and our drive, has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I'm filled with pride, not just for what we've accomplished in every field, but for who we've become together. Because in the end, it's not just about where we're going next, but about how we got here, side by side, lifting each other higher than we've ever thought possible. So as scary as the next step will be, navigating a whole new environment, or my worst nightmare, a roommate who snores louder than I do, I know this class will do just fine. Because all the way from San Diego, California to St. Andrews, Scotland, we will use the values instilled in us by this community. This place has nurtured our kindness, our creativity, and individuality into the core of who we are. There's no doubt in my mind that wherever we end up, success will follow, not just because of what we know, but because of who we are. So yes, we are leaving campus as Friends School graduates, but we will always be Friends kids.
Thank you, Chloe. Congratulations once more to our graduates. Following the graduates' recession, please join us for tea and cakes, a reception in the dining hall. Congratulations.